What's going on, man? This 187 the New Breed back again. Uh, you know, damn, what a way to start off the new year for me to do this type of video. Um, I want to speak on Stuart Scott. For most of y'all that don't know who Stuart Scott is, he was a black sports anchor. He always had this, the fancy catchphrase, the booyah, cooler than the other side of the pillow. That was, he had those. He was well respected, and he was just unique. And he had a long, battle of cancer, but he still was larger than life. Like he was a good guy, and the way, and he was 49, which is still young. I mean, for somebody to die from cancer, you know, that young, you really start to think like, man, like when you, the way he was, you wouldn't even know if he was sick or something was wrong with him, because he was always full of energy, and he loved his job, he loved his family, and he always spoke about it. So a lot of people, not only just as African Americans, but other races respected him too, because a lot of younger kids like grew up with him being on ESPN and doing sport games and stuff like that. So he was well respected. ESPN did a nice thing, giving him an award. I think, was it last year? And what he's done over the years has been amazing. And it's something I look up to, because I have thought about getting into sports reporting and analyzing and stuff like that. And I've looked at people like Stuart Scott, and I've, you know, looked at what he's done, and kind of get a feel of it. But I want to put my own little spin into it, though. You know what I mean? So for him to go, it took me by surprise, because I didn't find out until later on yesterday. Um, and I was like, wow. I'm like, I was like, wow, man. I was like, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. But you know, a lot of people respected him. Sports people respected him all throughout the world. Um, he was cool. Um, in some instances, you wouldn't even know if he had cancer. But he spoke about it. He had a very, very memorable speech um, at the ESPY Awards. I mean, that's really one of the best inspirational speeches I've ever heard. And, you know, it's touching. I think everybody should remember that speech. Like, it should be like a moral or something like that. It should be like in a photo, or something like that need to be posted on Facebook instead of all this other stuff that's going on. But it's cool. It's cool. Um, but the way his life was, and how he started, I think he started in 94, 95, somewhere around ESPN. And people like me, we grew up like looking at that on ESPN, like, man, did he just say that? Did he just no, did he just what was that? Huh? Like, it was like at first he was like, huh, but then the more and more he said it, it's like you got used to it. And when he wasn't constantly on on Sports Center, it was just like, man, like, I miss him on Sports Center. You know what I mean? So It took me by surprise, but it shocked me when I found out he died, man. But it's it tells me that a lot of these good people just die early, man. I don't understand it. And one of those type of things, it makes a person want to just enjoy life as long as they're here. You gotta, it is very true that you have to live every day like it's your last. That is very true. You really do have to live life like it's your last. So I just want to give a big shout out to and RIP to Stuart Scott. Shout out to his family. Keep your heads up. Do what you got to do. Man, I don't know what else to say, y'all, but hopefully y'all like this video. And big ups to Stuart Scott. All right.